The road we're on is paved in Garth.
Come along on the journey
as we explore
Garthology.
Think of it more as a conversation. I like that. So if this is truly a conversation, then I say let the conversation begin. Showtime!
Hey everyone, it's Deb.
And I'm Pete.
And I'm Jess.
Welcome back to another episode of Garthology. In today's episode, we are going to complete our Ultimate Garth Draft album series. This is it. Our albums are going to be done.
Done.
That's crazy. I can't believe we're finishing it.
I'm so excited. This was fun.
It really was.
It was a good series for sure.
Right? For this Ultimate Draft series, we've been drafting songs for specific categories to create what we each consider the best Garth Brooks Ultimate album. So there are 10 spots, and the one rule is that once one of us drafts a song into a particular spot, neither of the other two can use that song in that same spot. The categories are opening track, hit single, cover song, deep cut, ballad, high energy song, story song, underrated song, wildcard pick, and closing track. Now, if you've been drafting along with us, now's the time to pull out your draft sheet one last time and see how your album compares to ours. Now, let's move on to our final two categories. For the first category today, I get to pick first, then Pete, and then Jess. Category number 9 is wildcard pick. So this category is exactly what it sounds like. There are no rules, no expectations, no specific lane to stay in. This is simply the song that your album still needs. Maybe it's unexpected. Maybe it's a personal favorite for some reason. Maybe it's a fan favorite that you didn't get somewhere else. Maybe it's a song that just doesn't fit anywhere else, but it absolutely belongs on your album.
Maybe it's a song that you were going to pick that somebody else picked before you.
Okay, so don't think I haven't thought about that. On our last episode, my pick got taken, and it was a song I really needed. And I would be putting it in this spot, but I can't.
Yeah,
there is a reason for it.
I know exactly why.
And I can't, so I have to do it the way I was already going to do it. I can't change it. I can't go back now. So this was hard for me because of that, because I really wanted to put the Thunder Rolls here, but I couldn't. And so in picking this song, I actually, rather than pick what would have been a wild card pick for me, which for me would have been the Thunder Rolls because I missed out on it last time, I actually had to pick this strategically. And that was because on the next song, I go last.
Yeah.
And I don't believe for even 1 second that the pick that I get to pick first this time won't be picked either 1 or 2 on the next song. And I couldn't not have this song on my album. So, I mean, I really was like racking my brain about this. This song had to be on my album. And the only way I could make sure of it was to pick it now when I go first. So my wildcard pick is The Dance. To me, The Dance is simply one of the greatest songs Garth has ever recorded. It is timeless. It's emotional. It's beautifully written. It is the kind of song that belongs on any perfect Garth album. The wildcard category gave me the freedom to grab that best song in the final chance where I knew I could grab it. And there was no chance I was letting The Dance slip away. So sometimes I decided you don't draft for the category, You draft to make sure your ultimate player is still in the game. And for me, that was the dance for sure. So, Pete, what do you have for a wild card pick?
For all of the same reasons, just to make sure that, in fact, I got this song on my album, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, my wild card song choice is Friends in Low Places. There is no way in any world fathomable that I could pick a Garth song and not have Friends in Low Places on it. I mean, it's the anthem of Garth's career. And in my opinion, it has to be on any album at any time in any spot. And this is the one spot I had to put it in. So I had to put it in.
Yeah, and you knew I wouldn't pick it because it's already on my album.
Already on your album, yeah. Yep. Jess, what do you got?
So to me, this was the spot where that one song I couldn't imagine leaving off my Ultimate Garth album, yet didn't really fall readily into another slot, needed to go. So for me, the obvious choice was the Red Strokes, which a couple categories back, Pete mentioned.
Yeah.
This song I just feel like has passion and fire, and it's got dynamic musicality. It ticks every box on my how much do I love this song list. I adore it so much, and it needed to be on my album. So I also needed it to be here, as it happens, because it fit perfectly into my overall theme of celebrating deep, abiding love, which, in my opinion, Garth does to a T perfectly every time. So that was my wild card pick, because for me, it really was the spot of like, I really want this song on my album, but it doesn't really fit anywhere. Or if it did, I beat it out with something else, but I still really wanted it on my album. So I'm glad I didn't have to fight too much for that one in this slot, and I got to keep it.
All right. We've reached the final category.
Oh my gosh.
And honestly, I think this might be the most important one of the whole draft when you think about it, because we all know how Garth feels about that final spot on his album. The closing track is the most important one to him. And I mean, it leaves the last impression you're going to give to someone. And a great closer doesn't just end an album, you know, it kind of completes it as a whole. It wraps up the package, which really sucks for me because I go last this time. So for this round, it's going to go Pete and then Jess and then me. Okay, Pete, you've got the honor of making the first closing track selection. So what do you got?
You know, it's funny. You could say everything that you want to say about how this whole series of songs went together. And the only thing that I paid attention to in the very, very beginning was when we came up with the order of the songs and how it was going to finalize. Only because I knew that there was no way possible that I was going to let the album go without the dance. And the fact that I get the final song with the dance means a lot. Obviously, I think it just worked out that way. And there's a lot I can say about the song that I've already said. But the truth is, Garth has always closed the album with the most special song for the record. And that's why the dance got my final song and song number 10 choice. So that's why the dance.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep,
very perfect.
It is.
Yep. Jess, what about you? What's your final song?
So I went a little bit rogue on this one, because technically this song was never released on an album, but it's a brilliant, beautiful song. And I think it makes an incredible capstone for an album that celebrates the indelible bonds of romantic love, which is what my album did. So what better way to end my version of the ultimate Garth album than with a love song that never got a chance as an album track, but definitely should have. And with lyrics like, I can see a day to look forward to, but I can't see a world without you. It's a song to leave people thinking about the one that they love. And so for my final track, I leave you with A World Without You from the 1998 Red Cross TV special. So I cheated a tiny bit.
Talk about a poll.
But I also felt like in true
poll.
Garth fashion, it was a special song that went in the final spot because it hadn't been out there before. So
That's
it made extra sense to be
good.
the last.
That is
Yeah.
so good.
Thank you.
It's so
Thank you.
good.
I really do love
So
that song
good.
too. I was always kind of bummed it never got recorded.
And it tied your album in from start to finish.
Right?
It really did. It's kind of funny how like our albums all kind of went with certain like certain ways or whatever, and
Yeah.
Jess stays true to that. Like that's what I was even going to think it was like Shallow or like but I didn't. I would have never pulled that one. Never pulled that one.
And the thing is, that's exactly something Garth would do. He would release like a greatest hits album and then throw on one song like that never got released on some other album. So that was genius. You've been locked in from the very beginning. Of
I loved this. This was such a great idea. I was like, let's do it.
Awesome.
All right, Deb, what do you got?
Well, thank goodness that I thought strategically on that wild card pick, because I would have been really screwed in this category, which is exactly like I thought would happen. Because knowing what songs were already on Pete's album, knowing he was going before me, I thought there's no way I'm going to get the dance. So I did what I did and it worked out. But what I do love about this is that I do get the final pick of the final round of our entire draft.
For sure.
And thankfully, the song I wanted is still available to me. So my closing track is Standing Outside the Fire.
Yeah.
That's a good closer. I like that as a final choice. Yeah.
And for me, if I couldn't have the dance there, then when I think about the final song on an album, I think about listeners walking away feeling like the story is over. And I didn't want that. I wanted them to walk away feeling inspired. And for me, Standing Outside the Fire is a song about taking chances and living life fully and refusing to let fear make your decisions. And I've mentioned this in the past, and I'm going to bring it up again. This song reminds me about why we started this podcast. We put ourselves out there. We didn't know if anyone would listen. We didn't know if people would care about hearing 3 random fans sitting around talking about Garth Brooks. But we loved the music. We loved the community. And we decided it was worth taking the chance to do this. So we stepped outside of our safe place. And sometimes that helps you really live. And so for me, that kind of wrapped it all up and made this be the spot that this song had to be. We took a chance. We've been doing this now almost 6 years.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. And it's kept us connected because I think it's so easy when you move away from each other to drift apart. And we set this down in stone saying we're not going to let it happen and we're going to do this podcast. And so we see each other. I feel like I see Jess all the time, and she lives in Oklahoma. And so for me, this has been such a big deal. And so all those reasons meant I had to end this with Standing Outside the Fire.
Great.
And I am even more grateful that listeners out there have taken this journey with us. To me, it just means so much that anyone even bothers to hit play on our podcast. It's such a big deal. And I really appreciate all of you out there that do that. And I just want to remind you to be brave, take a chance, and live the life that's waiting on the other side of fear. That's what I want you to feel like when you listen to my album. So
I love that.
That's great. You know what's crazy is like you bringing that up and people listening to our podcast and downloading it. Like we were sitting on the couches together in Nashville, kind of planning our day. And then all of a sudden, like Aunt Deb's like, Pete, look at how many downloads we got today. And it was just like going crazy. And it's such a, you know, we take time to do the research and to record, and Aunt Deb takes so much time to edit and, you know, put all this stuff out. But like seeing that kind of stuff, like to me, you know, it makes it all worth it. It's like, it's not all for nothing, right? People like really look forward to these episodes coming out and they listen to them. And I think it's real cool. So, Aunt Deb, I'm glad that you brought that up.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. Our ultimate Garth album draft is over. But real quick, like we've done in the other episodes, let's talk about backups. So, Pete, what did you have for backups?
Okay, so the truth is here on the first song for the wild card, I knew that Aunt Deb wasn't going to pick Friends in Low Places because she already did. So I didn't have to have a backup there. And then I got to go first with the final song with the dance, so I didn't have to pick one there. However, it's crazy the amount of guilt I felt taking the dance number 10. So I actually almost thought about going wild card the dance and then coming out with Friends in Low Places like an encore and being the anthem and all that stuff. I just could not get myself to do it. I was like, you know what? I don't know. I guess all is fair in love and war or whatever they say. I was like, I'm taking the dance to close the album. So I didn't have to have any backups, but I did struggle with that. And I was like, screw it. I'm going with Friends in the dance. So I didn't have to have any backups because I knew Aunt Deb couldn't pick them and I was going first. But yeah.
That's funny. All right, Jess, what did you have for your backups?
My wild card backup, I really didn't think I'd have to use it because I didn't think either of you were going to do the Red Strokes for your wild card, but It's Midnight Cinderella.
No.
Gosh, I love that song.
Lighter side of like
yeah.
the take on love. So I thought would be a fun way to do that if I didn't get my wild card pick. And then for closing track, I did not do a backup because I was like, nobody else is going to pull this 1998 TV special song out of their hat. So
no.
Yeah, for sure you would not have missed out on that one.
Yeah.
What a great pick.
What about you?
So my backups were, well, I didn't need one for wild card because I was going first.
Yeah.
And then I was really hoping I wouldn't need to pick something else for my closing track because Standing Outside the Fire meant so much to me.
Yeah.
But if I had needed to, on the back burner, so to say, I had We Shall Be Free or The River. And I was going to kind of toss those up if I needed to.
Yeah.
And that was because for me, they were kind of similar reasons as Standing Outside the Fire. I really wanted my album to end on an inspirational high note. So I had those in my back pocket just in case.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on real quick. That's great. But did neither one of the two of you put the Thunder on your album? Well, Aunt Deb tried.
I tried.
And Jess, you didn't go with it because it didn't fall in the whole love thing.
It didn't fit in my theme.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been the dark side of love, I guess.
Yeah.
When love goes bad.
Yeah. If that was a category, it could have been that.
Yeah. I wonder what kind of episode or idea we can come up with, maybe like a 2 or 3 part episode that we can come up with about songs that didn't necessarily make it on the albums. But that'd be kind of hard because there's so many songs that didn't make it. But maybe that's something we may need to think about.
We could pick an EP that would go along with our album, like an extended play side album.
Yeah.
All right. Before we end it, let's do a quick review of every song that did end up on each of our albums. So, Pete, what is your complete album?
First, I want to put it on record that if Garth ever comes back and says, damn, that'd be a pretty good album, I'm going to re-record it this way and put it out. I want royalties. So my first song was The Night I Called the Old Man Out. Second song was Two of a Kind, Working on a Full House. Then I went with Sweet Home Alabama, Ireland, If Tomorrow Never Comes, Papa Loved Mama, The Thunder Rolls, Alabama Clay. My wild card was Friends in Low Places, and I finished it off with the greatest song ever written, The Dance.
Okay, and Jess, what is your complete album?
My final track listing is I'll Be the Wind, Shameless, Hard Luck Woman, You Move Me, When You Come Back to Me Again, Callin' Baton Rouge, That Old Wind, Victim of the Game, The Red Strokes, and A World Without You.
So good.
And what was your final track listing?
My final track listing, hold on, everybody.
We're
We're about to
Hold
go
on
for
to
a
your hat,
ride.
guys.
We didn't take our meds tonight.
Just try to hold on for 8 seconds. That's all we're
Yeah.
asking in this one. All right. So my track listing is Callin' Baton Rouge, Friends in Low Places, To Make You Feel My Love, In Lonesome Dove, Shameless, Pure Adrenaline, Beaches of Cheyenne, Ask Me How I Know, The Dance, and Standing Outside the Fire.
Man.
God, that sounded like a lot of
So
songs,
good,
but
but
I swear it's
I'm
only
picturing
10.
like I'm a nurse, y'all, so I'm picturing like a cardiac rhythm strip. Like it's like up and down, and then like a little, and then dips way down, and then like, A heart attack,
And then-
maybe. I don't know.
And then
Not
after,
flatline,
after
but
number
something
10,
crazy.
just flatline.
Yes.
At the end.
They're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Paddles,
no.
paddles.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, that's funny. Well, I don't know about you guys, but this for me has honestly been one of my favorite series that we've ever done.
Yeah.
Not just because we got to talk about some incredible Garth songs, but because every single category for me, it made me think differently about his whole catalog. Like we had to look across his, it just pulled a song out of a TV special from the 90s. Like that's crazy.
I was like, I really hope they don't veto that. I was like, I'm just going to throw it out there and be like, well, I didn't get a backup, so it's
So
staying in.
this is it. But I love that. I love that we looked across this massive catalog of songs. And then, but also we kind of had to think strategically too.
Yeah.
Granted, it really only happened one time, but we had to be prepared
Yeah.
for
sure.
you know, what ifs. So I love that. It was a definite workout for my brain this time around, without doubt.
And you know, like a couple other things is it only happened one time, but there were a few times where we had backups that were kind of going to be the same or,
Yeah.
you know, something. I mean, it could have
Mhm.
happened a little bit differently, but yeah, for sure. Every single time there was a possibility, like, and that was the thing. I was like, oh man, what am I going to do here? Like, you know, this one, but
And really, you know, when we talked about this originally, I mentioned once a song got picked, no one else could ever pick it again, period.
Yeah. And that gave me hives to think about.
Yeah.
And we couldn't do it that way.
That would have just been horrible. One person with the dance, one person with thunder. Yeah, it would have been a lot. So
it definitely would have broadened the amount of different songs and, you know,
Yeah.
and peaks and valleys we would have had to use for sure. But
yeah.
Pete would have said, as
absolutely.
long as I get to go first and pick the dance
Yeah.
first. That's the
yeah,
only
because
way
I'd
we
have been
can
like,
do
yep, the
that.
dance would have been the first song. I don't
Yeah.
care. Do that, play it last. I don't care. I'm taking it right now. Yep.
Favorite high energy song, the
Yeah,
dance.
yeah. The dance, yep. Status song, the dance. Fastest song, the dance.
Yeah.
Song that don't make sense, the dance.
Underrated song,
yeah,
the
the
dance.
dance. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
that's funny.
Best duet, the dance. Somebody was out there. There's somebody else there.
Oh, that's funny.
Songs you could line dance to, the dance.
Okay, now I'm
That's
picturing
it.
that. That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. If you've enjoyed this draft series or have other ideas for other series we could do, please let us know. You know, we could do another draft of like the perfect live concert or album with only deep cuts.
Yeah.
True.
Whatever, something to think about. There's a lot of directions this could go. Now, remember out there too, we are going to do a poll. We're going to put it up on Instagram and we'll also figure out how to do a post on Facebook. And we are requesting your votes. We need you to pick a winner of who drafted the very best Ultimate Garth album. This is for like a prize. We talked about that in one of the episodes. So be sure and head over to either Instagram or Facebook. We'll probably give it a day or so. I don't want to put our albums out there right at the, like ahead of time, because then that kind of blows the surprise on this episode.
Yep.
So we'll put a poll out like a day or two after this episode comes out.
Yeah.
So that y'all out there get to listen and then you can go vote. So be sure and watch our social media accounts for those polls and votes, and be sure and vote.
For Peter.
Wait a second. Thanks so much for spending this series with us. Whether you've agreed with our picks or you've been yelling at your speakers for the last 5 episodes, we're glad you're here. So until next time, keep celebrating this music that we all love. We'll see you next time on Garthology. Have you checked out our website at garthology.com yet? If not, stop by today and check out all of our past episodes. And remember to hit subscribe to our podcast on your podcast platform of choice. If you listen on Apple Podcasts, it's been a really long time since our last review. So if you get the chance, please stop by, hit that 5-star button if you like what you hear, and then write up a quick review encouraging others to listen. Then be sure and share our podcast with every Garth fan you know. That way you can help your friends in low places become Garthologists too.
Yeah, and speaking of friends in low places, if you guys are on social media, so are we. We are at facebook.com/GarthologyCast. We are on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and X at GarthologyCast there. We do appreciate the interaction, the likes, the tweets, the retweets, all of the shares, and the direct messages. We hope that you guys have feedback on all of the albums that we've just completed. If you guys can jump into the DMs, let us know what you guys think. We would love to respond to them and hear what your guys' ideas would be for those different categories. So thank you so much for the support on socials, and we truly appreciate it.
As always, we release new episodes of Garthology on the 7th, 17th, and 27th of each month. So if you're missing Garth or just missing us, come join us for an episode and spend some quality time deep diving and reminiscing with your fellow Garthologists. Until next time.
Thanks for joining us for today's episode of Garthology. And I'm Deb.
I'm Pete.
And I'm Jess. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. And remember, love will always win.
Finish it! Finish it!
Bloopers.
Welcome back to another episode of Garthology.
Whoa.
Are you okay?
Yeah. All right.
You couldn't even hear that, so I don't know. What
I think because he was hiding behind your chair.
I think so. All right, go
Oh,
find
that's
your
funny.
tablet.
Before I surprise you, I need pee.
All right. Enjoy, buddy.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, we need to hear the toilet flush too.
Right. Did y'all's kids tell you, like, every time they were going to do anything?
Yep. Well, because half the time we ask them, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing over there?
That's
So
true.
yeah,
That's
I'm
true.
going piss.
Right?
I'm going to go take a leak. That's what I'm going to do.
Yep.
Yep. The toilet flush.
Oh, God, that's funny.
Awesome.
Okay.
Jeez.
Having girls just was not this much fun. Oh. She lives in Tennessee.
No,
so
she lives in
to me,
Oklahoma.
I'm sorry.
You
I
were
mean-
in
Because I just
Tennessee
got back from-
recently.
Yeah, we
Because
were
I
in
just got
Tennessee,
back
yeah.
from Tennessee.
It's midnight Cinderella. Because Peter, the pumpkin eater, and the story's just begun.